Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing everyone a few problems using while loops in Python. For while loops you need four things. You need initialization, condition, block, and increase or decrease. If you don't know anything about while loops, go to the playlist in the description below. Forget about for loops. For loops I'm going to do another video, but for today, just focus on the while loops. So let's start. We're going to solve a couple problems using while loops in Python. So let's go over to Spider. The first thing we're going to be doing is writing numbers from 1 to 10 using while loops. Now I know you can just go ahead and print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 without take too long. So a quicker way to do it is by using a while loop. So let's go ahead. You need to create a variable. And most of the time you use I when using loops, so I'm just going to use I. Since we're going from 1 to 10, I is going to equal 1. Let's go ahead now for the syntax. You're going to go while. This is the keyword. While I. And now we want to say what is an I in relation to 10. So until, while is basically until. So until I is, we're going to do less than or equal to 10 because we want to include 10 in there. Then we want to put a colon. We want to print the value of I. Whatever I is going to be, we are going to print I. Whatever the value is going to be, that variable that you have to pick. Then let's go over here. Now, since we want to go from 1, 2, 3, we're going to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to keep adding 1. So if I go I is equal to 1, I plus 1. Since we keep adding 1. We'll eventually reach 10. And then this command right here shows us when to stop. So this is the initialization, this is the condition, this is the block, and this is the, it's gonna be the, you call it increment or decrement, but since we're increasing, it's the increment right here. So let's run this, and as you can see, it printed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, what if we want to go from 10 to 1? Flip this entire thing around. That's easy as well. Since we're starting at 10, we're going to again put not 1 as our variable, 10. There we go. Gotta change this as well. This will stay the same since I is the variable, print I, and we'll change this as well. So the while is going to be while I, our variable, and since we're going 1 to 10, we're going to do greater than or equal to 1 print I, and then what we're going to do right down here, we're going to do I is equal to I minus 1 because we want to keep decreasing from 10 to 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's why it's minus 1. So let's run this. As you can see, we have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, what if you want to do an even number? You know, even number. Skip one number from 2 to 10. How would we do that? Well, we start at 2. I is going to be equal to 2. So we're going to do while I is greater than or equal to 2. Right? Because we want greater than or equal to 2. Or sorry, no. Since we want to go from 2 and end at 10, it's going to be while I is less than or equal to 10. I'm going to print I, keep printing I, and now I is going to equal 2. Since we want to go from 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, we add 2. So it's going to be plus 2. There we go. Let's run this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There we go. Now, in a couple of, in one of my other videos, I showed everyone how to print patterns. We did a couple cool things with patterns. Now, we can do the same thing using loops. How do we print patterns using loops? That's easy as well. It's actually not that hard. So we're gonna do a similar thing. Gonna change everything. Keep the same variable I. So I is gonna be equal to, since we're gonna print a triangle. Let's print a triangle. So we're gonna start 1. It's gonna be a right triangle. So of course, if you think of a right triangle, it starts here and then goes out. So think like the top, like the point of a right triangle, like if you can imagine like the right angle right here and the point right here. Imagine that's the one. We're gonna use stars. So we're gonna do our while I, let's do a 10, like a 10 rows of stars to make a triangle. So while I is, while I is less than or equal to 10, of course we're gonna print. Now you want to change things up here and print. So what you want to do is do quotes as if it was string and put a star. There we go. Now, outside of that, we want to do a multiplication times 1. Now we know that instead of printing, my bad, I. Instead of printing this I, it'll print the stars as the I. And then we go down here. And of course, we want to keep adding to it. So I is going to equal I plus 1. If you still don't understand this bottom part, in a right triangle, we keep increasing and increasing, then we're going to reach a right triangle. So let's go ahead and run this. Boom. There we go. We have our right triangle. You could make this shorter if you wanted. If we wanted, could have made it way different. Could have made it 50. That's gonna be way too big. We can make it 50. This is a huge star. I mean a huge triangle. Very big. You can do 100. I'm not gonna do that, because I might crash Spider. If you forget increment and decrement, you're gonna go in an infinite loop, and then Spider's gonna crash, which is what happens to many people, and it happened to me as well. So, remember all of these 4 things. You want to remember initialization, condition, block, and increase or decrease, or increment or decrement. So yeah, that is how you. Those were some problems using while loops in Python. Yeah.